All right, so today we're going to work on a collaged and watercolor cat, kind of like the bunnies. Tay-Tay's ready. She's ready to get squirted when she's ready. So I have my silhouette ready. I have papers pulled. It's going to be kind of silvery neutrals and teals and yellows. Tay-Tay thinks she's the star. So we'll let everybody kind of get filed in. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, this is a recording of a live stream. I am talking to real people in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube and we're taking too long, feel free to fast forward or you can come join us at ustreamtv.com. Had a lot of fun chatting while we art. Put those brushes up. Okay. Tay-Tay, yeah, this is what she does when I come to the table now. Tay-Tay frolics on the table and tries to get my attention because she thinks this is where it's a petting station. Yeah, I have all my stuff ready now, so are you ready to move? You want to go to your chair? All right. We may have to tell her with the squirt. We may have to threaten her to get her to behave. All right, so I have my cat. I'm going to take the wristband off because it's getting better. She is a spoiled baby. All right, so what I'm going to start with is the background, and I have dazzling metallics. I have a shimmering silver, and I have an oyster pearl. Debating whether to want to use that or want to use white pearl. I think I'll try the oyster. Just do a mixture of those two. This brush is probably too big for some areas. We'll see how far we can get. Hi, Travis. Hi, Kat. Hi, May. Hi, Karen. Shells. Christy. Dot. Shells, we got in trouble for being on here late last night. Dot got mad. She thought I was being sneaky. But I did get those in the mail today, the 2 puppy portraits. A day early, so. And I just used a coloring page that I downloaded for the outline. And then I can use it to help me cut my papers. Let me get a smaller brush. Get in this tight space. I have this week and next week. I go back, I think I go back the 7th. The kids come back the 22nd, I believe. We haven't gotten the email giving us a schedule, but we almost always have 2 weeks of training. 1 week on our campus and 1 week off our campus in our cluster. There's not another 6th grade science teacher. I'm the only one. So we go to meetings where we meet with other people in the area. No, it's not Tay. Well, could be Tay Tay, but no, it's not Tay Tay. It's going to be like, I got to turn it a little. It's going to be like the rabbits. Basically, I have a friend that asked when I posted the last rabbit to please do a cat like the rabbits with the exaggerated whiskers and maybe some eyelashes. I'm not sure how we'll do the eyelashes. But the collage and the watercolor. So it's not going to be realistic. Tay Tay's being a good girl over there laying on her chair. Yeah, we do. Well, there's training throughout the year. Um, Usually once a month, the kids have a day off, and we go to a training on a Friday or a Monday. Throughout the year. So we do that. Just a little bit more silver here. We should have this, the background finished. We'll glue our papers. And I already, like I said, I picked out some papers. So my 3 colors are a silver neutral for the background, a teal and a yellow for the cat. I was really drawn to those pages that Paula showed us where she had done all the little rectangles in teal and yellow. Okay. So let me pull out the papers. These are papers for the cat. That's for the background. And this is for the cat. So I'll set that aside. Trim. Grab the paper trim. And now I want to use some of that tissue. pretty sure I want some of this. In the corner. Put it in that corner. Well, yeah, ours is a math and science academy, Allie, so it focuses on math and science and STEM. We don't do STEAM, we do STEM. So this year, all the kids that are good at reading are, I think I may cover this whole thing with this and then put the papers on top. The kids that are good with reading this year, it's upside down, are going to take an extra science class. Instead of 90 minutes of reading, they'll have like a 45-minute reading class and then a science class that's an elective. All right, so I'm just going to use a pen and I'm just going to trace the outline. So I can see where I want to cut this. Move that. And when the kids get into 8th grade, they pick a track, a graduation track, which is kind of like a degree plan, like you would have in college. So STEM is, yeah, it's science, technology, engineering, math. If you do STEAM, it's science, technology, engineering, art, math. But we do STEM. The only art we have is there's a 6th grade art class and there's an AP high school art, and that's it. It's not a school to go to if you're interested in arts or performing arts, or if you're interested in athletics. We have very limited athletics. If you want it to be an English major, it's not really the school for you. Okay. Since this is torn, I'm going to start this right here. And I'm probably going to do it in some pieces since it's a little big and unwieldy. So like here at the point of the ear, I'm going to tear up and just let it be a natural tear. Move that so it doesn't get damaged. Yeah, it's new. it was STEAM for initially for a long time, and I mean STEM, and the STEAM is actually kind of new. And I'm sure it has to do with the arts at some of those schools lobbying that they're just as important. Okay, let that fall down. That was actually a pretty good trace and cut. It only kind of got off right here. And then what I'll do is take this piece. Yeah, the art, I'm sure that, and not all schools are STEAM. Some were STEM, and I'm sure what happened is they were doing STEM, and the arts people advocated that the A was just as important. Now, not a lot of this silver will show. All right, so let me go back to my tissue. And I'm going to start where I had the ear up here. And continue to cut. Following my lines. Again, I'll just get a piece and tear at a point somewhere down in here. Okay, I think I'm going to tear up away from the tail. Here. Yeah, that's a yeah, there's the there are schools that have arts in most cities. Um, and they don't offer exceptional science or math. They focus here in Fort Worth. We have the Fort Worth Academy, and they offer regular instruction in your basic stuff. They still have to get their basic graduation requirements, but all their free time is spent in the arts. I have a friend that teaches at the one of the elementary versions of the fine arts. And their kids don't go to class on Friday. Okay, I'm going to tear this right here. I want to get a little bit better fit than I was getting. They go all day on Friday unless they have academic tutoring to their music and dance and art classes. Okay. Trying to find where I left off. The school district I live by, they have what they call, they don't call them this, but they're special interest schools, which means each campus specializes in different things, and kids can apply to go to those academies. So, one school focuses on media arts. One school focuses on getting underprivileged first generation kids into college. One school focuses just like on a more, that's not cut very well. Okay, so I need a little piece to come out right in here. So I'm going to get it wet so it'll tear, and then I'm just going to tear out that piece right there that was a bad cut. Okay. Almost done. Now, the other thing I actually have is I have a cutout of the cat completely that I could use on another page for another project. So I'll save that over to the side. All right, and I'm going to put the glue just in a little bit area. Actually, I'm going to let this tear that away. I'm going to kind of force that. I'm going to let some wrinkles and force that in there to fit. Now I'm trying not to get glue on the cat itself right now. I'll take the edges off here in a few minutes. Just trying to match up where it tore off. Okay. Trim this. put that, I like sort of frame it. I'll put this silver pattern in all four corners, I think. And I may stick some somewhere else here in a fifth location, so I have an odd number. This one I'm going to hang off the paper a little bit. And I'll stick a fifth piece right here. Whether it'll actually show up in the mat or not, we'll see. Alright, let's dry that, put that back in the neutral box, and I'll trim off the extra, and we'll do the inside of the cat. Well, hallelujah, shells. Alright, so I'm going to just cut the paper off the back, trim it. I'm not cutting the watercolor paper. I'm just cutting the papers that hang off. And I kind of angle my scissors away from this paper. And if there's a little extra fringe, it doesn't really matter because it's going to get taped down in the mat in the end. Right, so like those pieces I'll keep. In my neutral box. Those I'll throw away. Okay. Now let's look at the papers for the cat. I don't think I want to use that. I was leaning towards this napkin stuff somehow. Because I like it's got some neutral in the tissue. I think I'll use some of this up in the head, maybe. I gotta look at what's fighting with this. The other thing I may do is I don't feel like the silver's coming through this tissue, so I'll probably flood this with like a lavender, maybe. I'm going to try cutting the bulk of the back of the cat in two things, because I really can't make up my mind. And there may not be a whole lot of paper on the cat. I'm going to cut it off camera because I need to use my knee. Okay. So here's the paper version. And there's a possibility I'll use both. And here's the tissue version. Let me tear the tissue a little. I want to see some on the tissue. I'll get it back up there in just a second. Okay. Tear. I'm just tearing. Let me get some water on a brush. Now remember the white will go white. I'm thinking I could take out a little bit more of this where the tail is. I want to take out some more up here. The water helps tear it where I want it tear. They're kind of like that in there. And then again, we might have to do something to the background to obscure it a little bit. And then this right there. I'm not sure I like this on it. But maybe I would once it had, I think it's too busy. I think I like it just like that. I think the less is more. And save this for another cat. Okay, so I'm going to add that because I like that. I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way. And it's just really sticky water is what I'm using. I'll get that to line up. Okay, I'll get that real wet. Take the baby wipe and kind of blot it off so that there's as little glue as possible. And I'm off my line over here, so I just tear it. Okay, I think I'm going to tear right here too. That off that tail. I don't know that I'm going to use that. I think I'm just going to cut a little bit of the head out. Again, I'm gonna cut off camera. Sorry. Okay. Better. I'm going to take the water and trim some of this out. Get a real irregular. And I think I want to tear part of this one. It's stuck to my finger. Not sure I like this big circle up here. So, what I think I'll do is trying to see if I have any scraps that are salvageable, that are circles. Here's part of one. I'm going to put right here. Okay. Okay, I like that. I don't think I'm going to use any of the papers at all. The question is if I want to put like a little bit of this over here, or so our cases gave you a heart attack though, didn't it? So again, I'm going to cut off camera. Sorry. Get the wet brush. Okay, well, pulling some more of that away. Let me put some glue where we want it. Wet again. I'm debating whether I want to put a piece over here. I'm thinking of it kind of like on like spots. Let's go with that. Hi, Judy. Okay. Trace that tail line. Well, cuss words. Just take some of this. It's sticking to my finger when I go to pick it up. And I'm going to try to get one more piece in here, sort of. And then take some water and get it irregular on this one side. Out of my way. Okay. Tap that down and get rid of the extra glue. Alright. Get rid of all this trash and glue. Exact on before I hurt myself. And we'll dry this so there's no wet glue. And then we'll start the watercolor. I doubt I used very much turquoise in the end. May use more yellow. I had a paper towel. Set to the side. There it is. Okay. Fresh water, put the glue up. Palette. I have a piece of plastic in case we use some of the very clean brush markers. Dry this real quick. And I am going to do something to the background. Watercolor won't work because it's got gel medium on top of it. I need to get some watercolor ground. But I'm going to do the cat first, and then we'll focus on. Alright, so I'm going to use some permanent yellow. I'll use this. And the other color I'm going to use is peacock green, which is more of a turquoise. And I'm going to add out some permanent yellow too. Let's see. That's not my favorite. I think I'm going to start by just flooding the cat with some yellow. What? Just get it more. I don't really like when the yellow mixes with the green so much. That Okay, I'm gonna dry that and set that little area. Okay, and I'm gonna do okay. Now, I don't like the background at all, but I'm gonna work on that. It's too busy, but I'm gonna minimize it. Yeah, mommy's busy. I know, mommy's always busy. Okay, kind of like some of those bloom marks I have, so I'm gonna, oh, that was good. I'm gonna try to dry some of those. Okay. I'm liking the soft yellow with the turquoise over it. Oh! Okay. We gotta clean Miss Tay Tay off. So she does it. Yeah, yeah. Give me your paw. Sorry, guys. I think she just got yellow watercolor on me. I should not be wearing good clothes in the art room. Well, if you were not awake, that will wake you up. Alright, so I'm going to get some of this yellow. And I'm going to put a soft yellow up here. I'm going to put some soft yellow back down in here. You cannot get up here, little girl. Okay. Do not like that line right there. Okay. Get those soft blooms going in here. And I'm going to dry those. Oh, good. I was able to lift some of this out. Is what I'm working on doing. That's much better. Switch paper towels. Tay-Tay. Alright, let's grab some yellow. A little bit more full strength in here. Kind of a yellow-green. more organic. That dry. Some yellow in here. I think I may be done with the cat, other than adding some shading details. Put that extra yellow paint over on my palette. The only thing is maybe some. I'll get some of that soft turquoise in here a little bit. All right, let's dry that. Tay landed in the yellow, so she should have a yellow paw. I cleaned it as best I could.
Oh,
The bottom of one of her paws is yellow.
very stylish. Very stylish, Tete. Yellow looks
She
good
gets
on my
it
little
somewhere in the
Siamese.
house.
Yellow looks good on my Siamese kitty.
It's under the bottom of one of her paws.
Oh, were you helping to make a picture?
Yeah, I was helping.
Tell them to make a picture.
Okay, I like the cat. Not so wild about this part of the background, so we need to minimize that. And I think the way to do that is with a glaze. Not a watercolor, but acrylics. So let me get rid of the watercolor. Let me dump the water. Part of the problem is my prints, this print and this print are too much too much the same size. Yeah, mixed media, Tay. All right, so here's the glazing medium. I'm leaning towards a silver. I'm thinking that I want to try the fluid silver. There's a metallic fluid. Let's try some of that and see if we can't just push that back. And we'll put some of this silver in the glaze. And see if we can't push this pattern back. I'm not going to put it on the paper. I'm just going to put it on on top of this. And I may not need the glazing medium. I'm going to do a portion and dry it. Let's do that and dry. It is better. I'm just going to try some, because this is so thin, I'm just going to try some straight up silver. The other thought is go with the gray. I'm going to gray it up. I'm going to add some Payne's gray, which is a purpley gray. I'm going to add that to my glaze. It sets it apart. I don't even care if the print in the back disappears. So. That definitely knocks it down. If I don't use all three in the areas, you can still see the print. So I'm going to pull some of this back. Because I like this. It's almost like a sterling. I'm even going to put it over this other paper. And this is in a glaze. Okay. That brush. I'm going to use a little darker wind right here on the edge. Behind him. And kind of under the tail. Okay, we gotta use up this stuff. So let's just get a piece of, let me set this aside to dry. Let's get a piece of paper. And a stencil. And a sponge. Just grab the ones that are at the top here. Need to shift them because I'm using the same stencils. But these are some of my favorites. Alright, we'll just, it won't take long. We'll pounce some of that silver and paint gray. It'll be real subtle on the paper. It won't, because that's a glaze. But I'll have that shimmer. And that'll be a really pretty collage paper later. And it's actually good because it's got a lot of white spaces in here for the watercolor. Alright, now we just want to see if we can't hit it with the markers a little bit. Still not wild about the background, but I think when it gets the matte on it, that might help. I don't know. Maybe it needs some turquoise. Bye, Tara. Alright, I'm going to dry it. Make sure it's dry. And I want to put a matte on it and see what I think with the matte. Still feel like there's not enough between the background and the cat. So, when in doubt, go back in the drawer. This is napkin. Hey, hey, stop that. That's tissue. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is try putting some teal on the background. Makes me clean. I'll put a little bit of glaze. So I like the cat, I just don't like the background. And maybe it's the yellow with the purple. All right, let's try that. I think I have enough of that to do anything. Okay. That's a lot better. I'm even going to put it over here. You can still see the print. Yeah, it needed to move away from the silver and the purple because of the yellow and the teal. It just needed to go there. Let's try that. And I really got rid of my water too soon. A little down in there. All right, let's try a turquoise. Here's one. Here's the other. I just want to darken like, and I'm just going to use my mat and a damp brush because I found that if I take the markers directly to the paper, it leaves such a hard line. I want to go with the darker color. I just want to darken some of that. In places. see how this works with the yellow. Right, we need to darken his nose and face. So I'm gonna find a gray or black. This is black. Deep blue. Peacock blue. Hey, Button. We're just playing some collage and watercolor. Been struggling. Clean that brush. Try that gray again. It had yellow still. Alright, and what color do we want to make these eyes? I'm thinking the yellow and then the dark gray, like turquoise gray in the middle. But we might want to go like a green. It's just like an olive green. And then I'm going to go with the gray or black, whatever this is, a gray probably. Okay, and then I'm going to take, on that yellow chin, I think I want to put a little bit of turquoise. Oh, lost the dot to the mark. That was the black that I put on the eye, so that's good. Okay, I think I'm ready just to do some pen work. And I don't mind that they're kind of squiggly. I like that sketchy look. And this is where I'm going to have to decide if I'm going to, what we want to do with the eyes. Just a minute. And the eyelashes. Definitely not going to be top and bottom eyelashes. If we do eyelashes, crazy ones. Which I'm leaning towards. We already have some whiskers in there. We can add more if we want. Okay, come along the back here. Okay. I think the lines helped. Put a little bit of gray on this bottom foot. And in here. Okay. So now we need to decide what kind of eyelashes we're giving this kitty. I guess if we don't, well, we don't like it, we're stuck with it. But we don't like it, it's just a piece of paper. killed 2 threes. Here's a 5. Let's see if we can get it to work. Trying to make the whiskers go a little crazier. Okay. Alright, just top eyelashes is what I'm going to do. What do I need? One. Yeah, I don't like this was the mistake, but I'm just about so it was just about it was too busy, but it was just about getting fixing it. Night, Sophia. I'm not sure that I like the eyelashes. I'll minimize them and lighten them. What I can. And then I think I'm gonna needs highlight still. Yeah, it's not, it didn't, it was supposed to be, I just don't like the background with the cat, but I think when it's matted, she'll be okay. or as okay as she's gonna be. Sorry. And there's not a whole lot of the background that shows. So I think I'm gonna sign it right here. I think the cat turned out pretty. It's the background that, but like I said, it was about a save. Yeah, I will in just a second. Yeah, but Jane, I can't do much about it now that the background's on. And the mat will take away from a large part of that. And it will appeal to somebody. It'll be their colors. You know, we all like the same stuff. That would be really boring. So there's her face. But I think with the matte, it's better. I think it needed the turquoise. It's a silvery turquoise. It's kind of a monochromatic now. But yeah, the matte helps. It takes away some of it. It's not as much of the pattern in the back. But, you know, I didn't want to go black. So I think in the end, she turned out the way she was supposed to be. And for the first time using that pattern, and I'm not sure I like the eyelashes on her. I have another one that I had a different pattern that I'll try. I like how the cat came out a lot better. Here's the other Amazon probably, babe. All right, I am going to stop the recording.